What's up, guys? I'm BTC. Blizzard just dropped a big update on the PTR, introducing a brand new feature called the Workshop. The Workshop is a brand new feature that's going to allow you to create new custom levels and maps within the game browser, and it gives you way more power and functionality than just the normal rule set will give you. This is definitely a power user feature, and it's going to require a good deal of testing in order to actually make this stuff work. Now, to clarify, the Workshop is not the third social feature that we were supposed to get last year. This started out as a feature kind of passion project by a couple of the devs, and they came up with the idea, hey, wouldn't it be nice to allow the players to use some of the kind of functional programming that we use in order to create levels. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. You start, go to your game browser, and then you can see a bunch of them are already in play right there. You can create it, and then you go to settings. And you'll notice that modes, this is a different icon, I believe, now. And then you have Workshop. So we're going to click on here, and you can show this. Welcome to the Workshop. Create new ways to play. And there's a forum and all that sort of stuff for it. Now, what you do, and this might seem a little overwhelming to people that have never done any kind of programming, but you add a rule, and then there's all kinds of things that you need to do. So you have what kind of event is it? There's, you know, the global, each player, all of this. And then you have different conditions. So then you have to set the values for this. You have, you know, where are they? All these different things. Like, there is a massive, massive list of things that you can do. So you can check for all of these different events, like all these different values. And for example, is the character moving? Well, if the character is moving, then you can have it so, you know, whatever it happens to be, right? And then you can have all different, you know, equals, less than, greater than, all that sort of stuff. And then is the value true, and, you know, absolute value. I mean, again, this is something that you are going to need to spend a little bit of time actually learning, and it might seem overwhelming at first, but there is a incredible amount of potential along this. So let me show you. Let me get rid of this. We're going to delete that rule. We're going to get out here. You can go to the presets, which, by the way, it finally got fixed. So, in case you didn't know, the saved presets on the PTR have been broken for, I think, the last 8 or 9 months, maybe longer. But anyways, that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at all of the Workshop examples. So the first one is the Molten Floor. This is a very simple game mode, and it only has 2 different things. So we go into the Workshop, and you'll see that start burning if on ground, stop burning if not on ground. So very simple, right? There's only 2 rules to it. But even then, you can see that there's a lot of stuff going on here, right? So the event is for every ongoing player, for all the teams, all the players. The conditions is the player is on the ground. If it's true, then set the status of the player to burning, and then start damage over time. And then stop burning if each player is not on the ground. So if on the ground equals false, then clear the status of the player burning. So clear that specific status. So already you can see that this game mode, which is basically the floor is lava, right? Very, very simple game mode, but it has all of this stuff going on just in 2 rules. All right, let's check out something a little more complicated. Gonna go to presets, and let's go with zombie. So in each round, a random player starts as Reaper. Everyone else is Soldier 76 and can only sprint. When a Reaper eliminates a Soldier 76, the Reaper earns 1 point, and his victim becomes a Reaper. A Soldier 76 that survives at the end earns 5 points. All right, let's go check out the code for this. So there's already a bunch more stuff than just the, you know, the floor is lava game. And you can see that you have to disable the built-in game. You can make it so Reapers are invincible and they can't hurt each other. And there's like a status effect that you can have. And to make Soldier 76s not invincible, you have the reverse, you have the clear status. And then punish self-eliminations, so that's cool. If the attacker is the victim, then modify the score by quite a bit. If the round is initialized but there are no 76, respawn all. Game initialized but time runs out. Wow, there's a lot of stuff on that. So, wow, there's a lot of stuff on there. Alright, so this is definitely not something that you can just jump right into, right? It's going to take a little while to actually learn all the different things that you can do, and then make some really cool game modes. Now, you don't have to be a full-on programmer in order to do any of this. I think if you spend a little bit of time, you'll be able to figure it out. And also, they do have some resources to help with that. Another thing that Jeff Kaplan mentioned is that you can use this to prototype new heroes. But it sounds a lot better than it actually is. While it's true you'll be able to take the existing characters and you'll be able to add rules and then create what the character can do, how fast it can move, how much it can jump, how much damage it can do, you'll have a lot greater control than you do in the current basically system that we have with all of this stuff, right? Where you can, you know, for this, you go in here and you can change the damage and the ult generation and all that sort of stuff. You can turn on abilities and turn off abilities. In this new custom game mode, the workshop, you're probably going to be able to take one character and give them the abilities of another character, but it's not like you can create entirely new abilities just out of the air. Everything that you use is going to have to be something that already exists within the game. So yeah, you can kind of prototype new characters, but not really to the extent that you would probably want to. So for this, for hero concepts, I'm probably not going to end up using it just because it's easier to explain that sort of stuff in other methods and ways in order to do that. But overall, it does seem like a powerful tool. It is available on the PTR right now. It will be available on the live version of the game for both PC and console when it finally gets pushed to live. But I don't expect that to happen for at least 3 or 4 weeks. So this seems like it's a pretty big thing, and they're going to want to test a lot of it because it seems like there are a lot of potential problems for games crashing and that sort of stuff. So it's probably going to take a little while before all of this stuff kind of fully moves to live. But if you want to try it out, head over to the PTR. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.